This brief tutorial will show you how to build a notepad widget into your book. To add this particular widget to your book, you're going to first want to click on My Bookshelf and choose the book that you're working on from the list. Now in this case we're going to use the Emma's Big Adventure book that I've been using so far throughout the course of this. And we're going to click on Add a Widget. You're going to scroll through your list until you come across the widget that you want to create, which in this case will be a notepad. You're going to give your notepad a name. I'm going to call this one Notepad 1. And take just a minute to familiarize yourself with both the static settings, the stuff that can't be easily changed and pushed out to your book's readers, and the live settings, the things that can be very easily updated and pushed out to your readers. In this particular case, a simple notepad widget will have no background, and when you click on Save and Preview, you will see an image of what this will look like in your book. And in this particular case, it looks like a big sticky note that students are able to type into. And they also have the ability to share this. They can share it through email, Twitter, Facebook, or Evernote. Now, one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the settings by clicking on the Settings tab, and I'm going to take the Twitter and Facebook integration off. Now let's say you want to get a little more complicated with your book. Let's say you have a chart of some sort that you want them to be able to fill in. This is where a tool like Snagit is going to come in very handy. So I've created a brand new image. The image size is 1024 by 728. That is the default image size within iBooks Author. Now, let's say I want students to take notes on something specific. I'm going to create a text box, and I'm going to type the things that I want them to capture within their book, right here, by dragging out this way. And I'm then going to type the things I want them looking for. For example, a question like, what was Emma's favorite thing about Kim's wedding? What was Dave's wedding speech about? Etc. So I'm going to type in all of my sample questions, and I'm going to save this as a portable network graphic file. So I'm going to go to Save, and I'm going to call this Notepad, and then I'm going to come back over here. Now there's one other thing I'm going to do in the Sketchpad app. I'm going to do in the Snagit app. I'm going to hover my mouse just a little bit so that I can look at the settings next to the magnifying glass. The magnifying glass on the screen is right here, and this gives you the pixel size. In this particular case, I want to know what the vertical space is between the edge, which in this case is 189 pixels. That's going to be important in just a second. I'm then going to come back over here and choose Select Image. I'm going to choose my notepad, and here's where I'm going to get a little more complicated. Once I've uploaded, I'm going to change the custom settings, and I'm going to come down to Content Padding, and I'm going to change each of these to 0 except for the left one, which I'm going to say is going to be 189 pixels. Now when I do a Save and Preview, I get to see the notepad in action, and you can see that now students are able to hit enter and answer the questions in line. Now, once I've tested it to make sure it works, I'm going to hit save again, and I'm going to click the download button, and my widget will automatically be downloaded into my downloads folder. And then when I bring up my sample book and this widget installer appears, I'm going to hit the cancel button, and I'm going to go to my downloads folder, and I'm going to drag and drop the notepad widget where I want it on the screen. You can give it a title and a brief description, and voila, your notepad widget is embedded into your book.